Friends, welcome back. Big Dino plays Kingdom Death. It is Lantern Year 18. We're about to have a showdown against Atlas, the child leader. Very excited. We have one role to do, and that is a shrine. We'll spend our last endeavour on a shrine before we face off against Atlas. We are successful in our shrine roll, and so we are ready to roll. Taking 4 survivors into the showdown here. Debbie. So Debbie is wielding the Blood Drinker leather set. And Debbie actually has one of our character cards, which is the Watched. A force watches over you. When you depart, add 1 to every hit location. I like that. And we're going to try and level up our Lanternism, which is going to be cool. Deirdre. So she is our ambitionist, and she is about to get very close to leveling up into level 2 ambitionism. We've gone with a very interesting approach here. So she's got osteophage. We've given her the calcified shoulder pads, rubber bone harness, and a beast knuckle, which she's going to pair with a pickaxe. Not sure if that's going to work, but we'll see. All weapons in your gear grid gain paired. So. Michiko is rocking the same set as Deno with the Griswoldo. She is a sword master. She's a level 8 sword master. She does a perfect hit on a 9, which seems fun. Every survivor gains +1 progress in a knowledge at the end of this showdown, should they survive. There is actually no, I'm probably not leveraging that very well because I don't think, oh, there we go, high roller. Evasion training. Great. Has Debbie got anything? No. No value in that at all, but it is what it is. Yeah, so, and then finally, Serena, we're actually wielding Jonas's kit. She's also one of our new ones with the character. She gains +1 accuracy and +1 strength with swords. She's not wielding a sword. We've got a couple of good swords, but she's not using it right now. She does have Katar specialization. I guess this is the downside of the character card. Sometimes you might just get something that's absolutely not appropriate for your character at all. But if you get early enough, I think you get some value out of it. But anyway, we're going to depart for level 4 Atlas. We're going to gain +1 to all hit locations, +1 to all hit locations, +1 to all hit locations, and +1 to all hit locations. Oh, and also there. We'll then apply arrival bonuses, which is great. And so what our goal for this is, so we've got arrival stuff here. So we've basically got a cat's eye circlet with this light whisperer. So she gains 1 arrival token, which means she can look at 1 card, which is no different to the Gorm's wisdom potion. So, but we're going to try and level her up and see if we can get some other stuff that adds death tokens. Actually, the first time she departs, since she got that, she gains an extra death token. We know what that one's doing. Michiko, she's all good. Oh, Michiko's got no survival. That's problematic. Serena's also got no survival. It's all good. We will nip over here and set up for our showdown. So here's our wonderful survivors. Here's our Swordcraft deck. Let's shuffle all of these decks. And our moods are in play, which is great. Have set up this deck already. Should be an interesting fight. I've got survivors here that I don't really mind if they die. It is what it is. I would be unhappy with losing the gear, so our scout's got to do a good job here. We just need to set up terrain. We don't get any additional terrain. So the 2 stone columns go here, here. We don't have a bug patch. such a long way away, Dano. Oh, there we go. All right. Now, do we go first in this fight? Atlas goes first. Okay, and where are we setting up? We're around him 4 spaces away. Great. So our scout is there. That is Michiko. So Michiko in red. We've got Debbie, Deirdre, Michiko, and Serena. It's all girls. Cool. Yes, Queen, yes. This chump's got a lot of synchronic attacks, so we don't want that to impact us. And that'll do. We're set up for the showdown against Big Santa Claus. He's a long way away. Let's just refresh ourselves on his traits. At the start of the monster's turn, he deals a Swordcraft card to a face-down survivor. So that is what happens first. And it is going to go to our chick, so we can look at that for 8 seconds, which is a long time. And we know Michiko is fine. Who's our Lanternist? Serena. Seb's got 3 survival tokens, but he doesn't use that at all. Great, and then the monster will draw his first AI card. He draws Inner Lantern Slash. Full move towards the closest survivor. Alright, at this point, Seb is not looking very good. Do we use High Roller? Yep. So I think we're going to sacrifice Seb to the wolves here. Oh no, we need him to not be Seb. All right, well let's instead go with our person who's got a bajillion armor, Deirdre. So it's full move towards the closest survivor. It can be Debbie. So he'll go like that. At this point then, with a cacophonous laugh, he rushes ahead, full move the monster in a straight line, target all survivors in the slash zone. It is just going to be her. And so she does have a shield. So it's speed 3, which goes to speed 4 because of the +1 speed token. And she is evasion 4, which means he hits on 7s. So there's 2 hits. Should we have surged to put up a block? We probably should have. And essentially, oh, we can't. Yep. So we'll definitely put a surge to block and dodge. So that's no damage. Okay, she's got 1 accuracy, 1 strength. Oh, and 1 evasion. That makes a difference. She doesn't need to spend a surge. She just dodges. Great. So that is the end of that attack. No one is doing anything else. It's our turn. So our scout is going to go 1, 2, 3 and stay there. Debbie will go 1, 2, 3 into the rear. So we have, axe. So Blood Drinker in the rear. Hits on a 9 and a 2. The 9 is not a perfect hit or anything. Well, it is a perfect hit for someone else, but not for her. She has no bleeding tokens, and so we will just hit this. We need to crit this quite badly, I think. So she's got axe. So if she fails to wound, she can re-roll. He's toughness 14. And she is 10. So she needs a 4 or a 10 to crit. That's a 4, so she can't re-roll with that. So that does a wound on the noble jellyfish. Perform Spark of Joy. Spark of Joy happens here. One of these moods comes into play, and it is Yearning for Surprise. Attacks made from the monster's blind spot gain +2 luck. The card that's on top of the hit location deck is this. Debbie's going to surge. And she'll swing again with the axe in the rear. She rolls 2 perfect hits. 1, 2. And we are in the monster's blind spot. Alright, so we really, either of these would be a great crit. Either of these would be a great crit. So we can re-roll failed rolls to crit. So re-roll failed rolls to wound. We get +2 luck when we're in the blind spot. So we're critting on an 8. That is a critical. Nice. The monster throws a tantrum. Discard any moods in play. The monster gains a -1 evasion token. 1 wound. Yearning for surprise is discarded. She doesn't have anything else for that. So second wound. That's a 7. It is a wound, so it's not a failure. And that is that. So 3 wounds from Debbie. Debbie's going ballistic. Okay, so our green survivor, Deirdre, she's going to spend her action to deflect 3. 1, 2, 3. Because she has hissing arms. All of her weapons gain paired. While you have paired weapons in your grid, you may spend a surge to do that. So she has stinky gear in her gear grid, so she doesn't do that. So she's just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with Fetosaurus, and we'll block with Fetosaurus. And Blue Chick's just going to go 1, 2, 3, and she'll put up a block with the round leather shield. Everyone's done. Next turn. So we deal a sword craft card to another survivor. We will go her. And he then flips an AI, and he flips 4-inch draw. All non-blind survivors in its field of view suffer monster level brain damage, but we have the Fetosaurus, so that is reduced to 1 brain damage. And then 4 swordcraft cards are dealt. So at this point, I think we're going to chuck Seb into his hidey hole. So he's not going to get a swordcraft card. But he does suffer brain damage, so I think everyone's got sanity, insanity, insanity, insanity. Yep, managed departing survivors, 1 insanity. And 4 swordcraft cards are dealt, so we will deal 1, 2. We'll have a look at this one. 3, 4. That's the end of his turn. Spark of Joy. There's no knockdown monsters, so he's not going to perform Spark of Joy. Suboptimal turn of events. There is a wound. Perform basic action targeting the attacker. Okay. So Debbie will go. She will stand where she is and swing with the axe. 8 and a 6 is 2 hits. 1, 2. So attempt to wound this one. Oh. That's a 2, which is a failure. So she'll use axe specialization into a 1, which is a full failure. You are knocked down and must skip the next hunt to recover. She's done. We will fist bump her with Serena, maybe, to stand her up, and she will swing again. A perfect hit. She gets the noble appendage. And She rolls a 6, which is a wound. She suffers bash and gains a -1 movement token. Not her. She's immune to bash. And so she'll then roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. She's not wearing heavy armour. She's not wearing fur armour. So that is done, and that is a wound. Okay, what's on top? The sword cane. Interesting. So how does that work? All survivors are doomed. Perform Spark of Joy. So we are getting the shit kicked out of us here. So let's, in that case, plan for that and move people out of each other's way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Michiko will swing. She'll block, and then she'll surge. So she dash surge. Griswoldo. Oh, look, she hits. The trap appears, and we get Perform Spark of Joy. Okay, so Spark of Joy says, survivors take turns flipping, continue to cycle survivors one at a time until they are resolved. So we'll start with the chick who knows what it is. If you have at least 1 hunt XP, Atlas slashes your adult life. Lose all hunt XP, Michiko, and set your attributes to 0 except for your movement. End of age. Done. Next swordcraft is this one. Oh, synchronic attack, pentaslash. This is amazing. Look at this crazy card. All right, so this is on green, so this is here. So she's the target, so it's 2 spaces down. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh my God, it is going to be her. Oh, what are the chances of Debbie being in it? All right, so it's 2 speed. I suppose that's okay. South, knockback 10, bleed 1. Oh no. All survivors are doomed. We've got a block up on everyone, so the synchronic attack is a 5 and a 3. So fortunately, Debbie avoids both hits because she's evasion 5. And Deirdre evades both hits because she is 6. So no stuff triggers off that. Fortunately, the next one will be this one. This is on Debbie herself, Guillotine Whirl. Oh my God, this guy's unreal. Nope, so she is out of range from anyone else. So this is just speed 2, hitting on a 7s. That's 1 hit. The after damage is 4 damage, and it has to hit her in the head. So she's done with Head Hunter. This chick, Biting Wind. Synchronic attack. Whoa, this is bad. This is on Serena. 5 and a 4, so both of those hit. She is doomed. She can do nothing about that. So where do those hits go? Head and the body, and that damage is 7. So she's knocked down. Did I remember my evasion there? Nope. Evasion, strength, accuracy. So she actually dodges one of those. All right, 1 to 6, 1 to 5, it's the head. She dodges. No. Body, she dodges. So she can't avoid that. So it's north knockback 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And she's knocked down. Biting Wind is done. We go back to her. So that's going to hit. It's going to hit Michiko. Maybe. Michiko. A 1 and a 7. Unfortunately, Michiko has 1 block up. So that is blocked and does nothing. And the 1 and the 7 also hits Deirdre. So Deirdre is hit once. Not Deirdre, Debbie. And this is damage 4. So Debbie's waist, 1, 2, 3, 4, and she suffers knockback 10, 1, 2. She is not knocked down. The last card, Spark of Joy, Socks. Bullseye Slash. It's just her by herself. 2 speed. A 6 and a 6. Tell me you got 5 evasion. No, she's got 4, 2 hits. That sucks. 3 damage. She got 2 deflect up, so that does nothing. Whew. Oh, we'll actually keep the... Yeah, we've actually got a deflect in play. All right, we're still going in our turn, so she's at her turn. Michiko's had her turn. Yeah, we're going to the next turn. Very disappointing. Okay, Dopey Boy sends a Swordcraft card to our chick again. It is a Northbound Slash. We're okay with that. He then draws a card. I do have to shuffle this deck. Forgotten Century. I can't believe Michiko lost all of her positive tokens, but in good news, she did lose a negative luck attribute. So that's okay. She's going to have to adopt a new philosophy, probably. Forgotten Century. Atlas drops to 1 knee, knocked down. Oh my god, he gains +2 damage tokens. Alright, well at this point Michiko is going to surge. She doesn't need the strength. Oh, she might actually now. And she's going to swing with Griswoldo. What is on top? Noble Appendage. She hits 3 times with Griswoldo because she is wielding a sword and she's in the rear. 1, 2, 3. Spark of Joy. She's going to get that sword card attached to her face. Bit annoying. It's on top of the deck now. Fucking Griswoldo. So the Swordcraft card is, she's still got a deflect up. Or she can get a deflect up now. Speed 1. 1 hits, it's deflected, or blocked rather. She's still got a deflect. Does nothing. That is archived. This is archived now, and he gains +2 damage tokens. Oh dear. I'm in danger. Alright. Michiko will now have her turn, where she'll swing with the Griswoldo. She hits 3 times. Don't trap me again. We didn't. So we get to roll to wound and then decide. Griswoldo is sharp, deadly, and savage. So we are critting on an 8. So that's a 9. So we get to decide which one we do. Alright, so first thing that happens is we get to block 2 with Fetosaurus. Atlas is knocked down, feels like the right play. So that does 2 wounds because it's savage. Good work, Griswoldo. It's also sharp, but that doesn't matter. So he's now knocked down, so we ignore these reactions. That's a 3. It is still a wound because Griswoldo is toughness 1,000,000. And then, we'll actually do that one first, and this one. That's a 6. It's 2 more wounds. 1, 2. Very good. Michiko's then going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. The monster's knocked down, so Deirdre is going to dash. And swing with the Beast Knuckle, and she rolls 3 dice because she's making a paired attack. Does she need to make a paired attack? No, she'll just swing with the Beast Knuckle. She hits twice. Should have checked what was on top. The reflex is ignored. We are critting on a 9 for this one. So that is a... Oh, should check if that's a wound actually. Beast Knuckle 6 and 6 is 12. That's not a wound, but we can cancel the reaction of that because of Guitar Mastery. Guitar Specialization, I should say. Yeah, we'll actually do it that way. So we ignore that one. And then see if we can crit this one. We cannot wound. Going to Swordcraft Hard, end your attack. We'll spend a survival to deflect 3. Deflect 3 because of our paired weapons. What's on top of the deck? It's an infectious giggle. She stands up and she's going to come to here. She's going to come to here. And they'll put up blocks. That'll be our turn again. Atlas is just staying all the way over the side. We get a Swordcraft card. That'll go to Michiko. Elsewhere cut. Bit annoying. Pratfall. The furthest threat in range is likely to be Michiko. Atlas is speed 7. 1, 2. Yep. So Michiko will spend a survival to dash. Uh, 1, 2, 3. And then she will also... Nope, she won't spend a survival to dash. There is no Humulus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He goes to there. That's the end of that turn. And now the monster is in some trouble. So she'll stand up thanks to Fist and Tooth proficiency. The calcified digging claws may be the go here. What's Debbie? Debbie has got an axe point. Deirdre has not got an axe point. Michiko doesn't need a sword point. Serena. So let's see if we can get Serena a Qatar proficiency. She'll swing to there. That's a 3, which is a hit, and a 5, which is a hit. Impervious. Bong. She has no face down cards, so we'll cancel the reaction on this one. 3 plus sharp. 3 and 3 is 6, plus 4, plus 5, 9, 14. Yep, that's a wound. So we cancel the reaction on that. This one's impervious. We'll roll our wound attempt roll. It is odd. Suffer bash and gain the priority target token. She is knocked down and has priority target. What is on top now? Did I do the wound? I don't remember. I think I didn't. All right, Swordcraft. 1. Michiko is going to go to there and swing with the Griswoldo. Griswoldo is actually 4 dice for Swordmasters. That is obscene. 3 hits. 1, 2, 3. Oh, trap again. Oh, come on, man. Stop trapping me, Atlas. I've had a pretty good run with traps, actually, so Can't complain. So we just do Swordcraft cards. So, first one is this one, which is a population dies in our settlement. Who do we want to die? Fen, maybe? Top? We don't want Top to die, he's great. Wake me up when September ends. See you later, September. And Michiko's knocked down. Wonderful. And then this one is a southbound slash, and that's on green, so it's over here, it's just green. She has 3 deflect up. She has 2 evasion. No, she has more than that. Oh, gets a critical. Deirdre. 4 evasion. 2 hits, 2 deflected. Done, done. That's the end of that showdown. Not that showdown, that thing. Deirdre will stand up Michiko. What do we got on top? Stands punked. We'll swing with the glorious Griswoldo. Hits 4+. Yep. All right. So it's 4 hits. No, 3 hits. 1, 2, 3. All right. First strike. Stands punked. That's a wound. Perform limbic stimulation. So we'll just grab this mood from the bottom, probably. Yearning for life. Attacks made in the monster's facing. Gain +4 strength. So we'll attempt to wound this one. It's sharp. Oh, actually, what do we got? We get to roll the wound and then decide. 5 and 4. It's not a critical. At this point, we'd probably spend a Guardian reroll to try and get a Savage critical. We'll get that. That's nice. Atmos smile wilts and the sparkle leaves his laughter an infectious giggle. So that is a Savage. We block 2 for free. Wound. And then we'll attempt to wound this one as well. We wound. We do the reflex. Gain a face down Swordcraft card and end your attack. We can look at it. Twin sweep, very cool. Michiko's done. 2 wounds left. Axe? No. So we did a wound from the front, so perform Spark of Joy. That was done before the thing. So Spark of Joy doesn't trigger until that. That was the second wound that we did that from the facing, and that Swordcraft card came in the third. Okay, so we'll do the axe here and see if we can hit twice with the axe. Perfect hit. Oh, could do it here. So the axe on, who is it, Deirdre? No, Debbie, good old Debbie. She does a wound, and it is not a critical, but it is a wound, so we ignore the failure. And then she just needs to not fuck this up. She has not fucked it up because I think she's strength 10. Strength 10 on the Blood Drinker. That's a wound. She had a reroll with from the Axe Mastery proficiency. Atlas is defeated. Having access to block and deflect in that fight really canned those things quite a lot, the Swordcraft cards. We return and advance the year. We gain 3 collective cognition and we gain survivors stuff. I'd really love the iron here. So much so that I'm going to spend a lifetime reroll to try and get it in the aftermath. So we roll a 9, which is the population buff, but we will use a lifetime reroll, and I think has to be on a returning survivor. Should we do Michiko, or should we do someone else? Michiko is a sword master. We'll just probably keep her in the settlement until she plays Atlas next. So we'll do Michiko. Do we do Michiko or do we do someone else? Debbie's got a future with us, I think. Deirdre, maybe not. Yeah, Michiko, we'll use her reroll. A 3, 4, 5. Perfect. We gain 3 iron. Michiko's lifetime reroll has been given the price of 3 iron. And it's a price we shall gladly pay. We shall gladly pay it. Okay, so let's move over to the timeline. We have secret meeting, and we also have this event here. So we'll flip these bad boys. Clinging Mist would be absolutely outrageous at this point. Or Haunted. I think we'll choose Haunted. I mean, we could do a returning survivors must go on another hunt immediately if we have guideposts. Haunted has no downsides for Song of the Brave. No one can spend endeavours or innovate. You may avoid this by exiling. Well, I think we will choose Haunted. And see how we go. Clinging Mist would be crazy. Like, we could go on a hunt and start the whole game again. We roll a 2. So what's going to happen is Michiko is actually going to die. No one can spend endeavours. You may avoid this by exiling the ranting, nominating survivor into the darkness. It has to be a survivor with the lowest hunt XP. She has 1. I don't think there's anyone else who's got 0. Because of Saga, they all start with 2. So it has to be Michiko. Yup. Michiko, it's been a pleasure. You held yourself up bravely there. You are dead. Your life was worth 3 iron. Got to remember to switch it over to this thing, Deno, you idiot. The Dung Beetle Knight, the great story that is Secret Meeting. Part 2, nominate a survivor with the secretive disorder and 3 hunt XP. We do have someone, and their name is Barry. Baza, the romanticist. So Barry gains Beetle Strength, Secret Fighting Art. So we will give him a Torment. And Barry gains the Secret Beetle Strength. And he can throw terrain. Oh. Amazing. 2 permanent strength and 1 permanent speed. Add Secret Meeting Part 3 to the timeline 2 years from now. Secret Meeting Part 3. I've already added it. Now, there is no requirement for that guy to be involved. At this point, all that happens is we simply add the old master to the quarry list and we can fight that guy. All right, let's look. So we've done that, we've gained endeavours, we've done our settlement event, we've done story events, we've updated our death count. We don't have any of those, so we move on to our develop step. Let's deal ourselves out 4 knowledge, and we will give ourselves the innovation now that gives returning survivors 2 Lumi, which is butchery, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, pretty awful. We do have to roll on our Dream Schematics roll. And we roll a 2. Someone suffers a severe injury. That someone's going to be someone who sucks. Do we have anyone who sucks left? Or are they all starting to get pretty good? Fen, sorry champion, you've just suffered a broken arm. One broken arm for you. Those suck. Let's spend our endeavour and our resources. 1, 2, 3. So, Settlement Watch. Oh, Korea, Sacrifice, Memento Mori. Korea, thank you. It's great to have you in the team. We've been waiting for you such a long time. Not really, but Korea, boom, progression. Korea, we've only got 10 endeavours left in the deck. We get Butchery, Supreme Cuisine. Oh, Returning Survivors gain 2 Lumi. Now, let's go and have a look at our survivors that returned. So, Seb did not level up, has nothing interesting, or has a matchmaker. Deirdre did not level up Ambitionism, but did not have to skip the next hunt, because our collective cognition did increase. Wonderful. Debbie did not level up Lanternism, but did level up her axe proficiency. So she'll ponder soon, that's good. So I think we'll take Debbie out again. Debbie could be pretty good. Serena also didn't level up. Barry. Okay, so this year we are facing off against another Dung Beetle Knight. We have plenty of endeavours to spend. What do we have? Matchmaker we don't need to do. Barber Surgeon, Trepanning. We might do some Trepanning to clear off some disorders. We'll definitely take Jonas out so that he can level up his Envenom Edge. Oh, we've got Korea, so does that mean we can make something? Elytria, Gormite, Cell, Lantern Bloom. Okay, so we need to go visit the Flower Knight. So we need 1 iron here, which we have. Flower Knight we have. The calcified Greaves appear next year, don't they? Yep. The Black Harvest, we unbury our calcified Greaves, and then we're going to make some more. This is an interesting choice. Okay, what do I need to make Century Greaves again? What do I need to make Century Greaves? Let's have a look at the Wet Resin Crafter. So Century Greaves requires Nightmare Corn, a Scarab Shell, a Beetle Horn, and 2 iron. Could we craft them right now? Gear. Gorm. No. Wet Resin Crafter. Century Greaves. We have all of those things. Do we have 3? I think we just picked up enough iron to do that. Iron. Okay. So what I'm trying to do is build the full rolling set. So we don't have a Scarab Circlet, so that needs Greaves, shoulder pads, rubber bone harness which we built, scarab circlet, and the rainbow wing belt. The scarab circlet we build with nightmare corn. The century greaves we build with nightmare corn. So the circlet requires a horn. What else can we use for bone? Fingernails. Okay. So I definitely think the right answer here is to hunt a flower knight. So we are going to go hunt a flower knight this year instead. And that'll also allow us to do some harvesting. Do we try for an acanthus doctor? Maybe we come back and build another Vespertine bow. Acanthus doctor? That could be fun. It could be especially fun if we make an acanthus doctor on one of our osteophages. I seem to recall that being really, really good. Acanthus doctor. What does acanthus doctor do, don't I? We need to have innovated sculpture. We literally can't. We can't make a acanthus doctor. Ah well, it is what it is. No fun acanthus doctor shenanigans this time. Alright, so if it's a flower knight, that'll be the last time we hunt a flower knight. We will need to pick ourselves up one lantern bloom, which should be relatively easy given that there is quite a few of them. Just make sure that's right. We have an elytria, we have a gormite, we have a cell, we have a lantern bloom that we will pick up. And we've got Koirea. So we've got a beetle horn, we've got a DBK errand badge. That's happening in Lantern 21. So in 21, we hit this guy and we get to make it. We get to make the full set because we pick up a skill, and that we also get to make. I don't think there's any other way to do it. If we go hunt the flower knight now, that'll allow us to build this and this before the final showdown, or before the second last showdown. And that is probably pretty good all round, I think. All right. And we're on track for the rolling armour. It's all going well. How do we spend our endeavours, friends? We probably don't use Matchmaker. Do we Trepan? I have an idea. So I'm not cheating when I do this because I have read this page before. So I'm going to go look at Lanternism 2. Yes, we gain the Graves principle if we have collective cognition 25. So we are going to spend some Lumi on Seb to level up one of our Lanternists who is a returning survivor. And so Debbie will be the one who we level up. So she levels up to there. She ponders on Lanternism 2. She will roll an 8. So we gain that. We gain Graves principle. Okay, I don't actually know how to do this in Scribe, but what I was thinking about it is I'm going to choose Graves, and Graves means all newborn survivors gain +1, but we still also have Cannibalize. All new survivors gain 1 understanding, and we gain plenty of those. So yeah, she's going to gain 21 insanity. Not 210, no. 21. Beautiful. And she gains Light Eater. Yeah, so she's going to have 2 death tokens on arrival. All right, so that costs us 2 Lumi from Seb to do that. Matchmaker will bring some tinkers into play now. If we want to do Matchmaker, we gain 3 collective cognition from defeating Atlas. So we could just have some more babies, I guess. Try and get some more romanticists, maybe. Spider Dance, we try to get a Harvestman. It's unlikely. Death Touch, Secret Fighting Art. Ooh, maybe we do that on our Fist and Tooth Survivor. No, I think you can only have 1 Secret Fighting Art. Bone Beats. Alright, so we're just going to do protein training on Barry. Our romanticist. One. And we will also attempt to clear his secretive using Trepanning. Trepanning, should have cleared a few more. Trepanning, clear his thing. I'm pretty sure it's a 3 to 6. 3 to 6, cure secretive. Barry's the new champion of the settlement. He's got a -1 permanent blue affinity. Maybe you're not the champion of the settlement, Barry. All right. Interesting, friends. We go hunt a Flower Knight at Lantern Year 19. It's soft of me to not go for level 3, isn't it, at this point? I really should just flog a level 3. There's very little chance we don't fucking kick the ever-living shit out of him. Yeah, we'll go hunt a level 3. We'll go level 3. It's soft to not hunt a level 3. So that will be next Lantern Year, friends. I will catch you all then. Big Tenno out.